Hello, Oakland, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Oakland Athletics franchise mode here on MLB The Show 20. In the last one, we started off our first season at the reins of the A's, and we went 25-8 through the first 33 games of the season. Lots and lots of green W's in the calendar. I don't think there was a single time where we had back-to-back losses. No. From the 31st to the 1st of March and April at the beginning of the season. After that, we never had back-to-back losses again. Beautiful start to the season, exactly what we want to be seeing. In this episode, we'll be getting into the draft. The good thing about MLB The Show is that it's not like NHL where I try to squeeze a whole season into 2 episodes because it's not quite enough for 3. But here with, over 100 games to play, and, it's more going by time constraints, so we're going to be looking for about a 40-45 minute episode. We'll get in the draft for sure, and we'll get as much simulating done as possible. The draft is 33 days away, as can be seen in the next phase right there. Frankie Montas is lights out, 6-0 at the moment. Our pitching has been quite good. Our ace, Mike Soroka, has been struggling a little bit. Sean Manaea, lights out for him. Ryan Yarbrough struggling. Montas great, and Bassett, very surprising, doing fantastic. There in the long relief, we have the unit Bartolo Colon, 45 years of age, 73 overall, and he's pitched in 17 innings pitched. The man has 7 strikeouts, 2.12 ERA, and an even 1 for the whip. Looking great. Pitching exceptionally well. Last episode was Yusmeiro Petit, as he got us a beautiful win with 5 innings pitched when we went into the game. Liam Hendricks has been great as our closer with 1.38 ERA. So things are looking great here in Oakland. Our biggest question, I think, still is, do we keep or do we trade Matt Chapman? He's not looking great. He's a really good player in the real world, but just doesn't translate as well to the show due to his high defensive ratings and not as good on the contact and the power. For example, you look at his stats. Let's say last year, let's say we look at, I guess, something simple, just batting average. In the real world, batting just about 250 last season, currently at 227 this season. Obviously a lot less at bats, 128 to 583, but it's not the trend that I'm really looking for as well. And 2 home runs compared to 36, and obviously trying to extrapolate that onto a pace, and that's, it's about a fifth. And, that's on pace for 10 home runs this season with the same amount of at-bats. So not what we want to be doing. So we're considering trading Matt Chapman. I'm still waiting to hear back from you guys in the comments on ideas of trades. I did look into one trade. We could move Matt Chapman, Chris Davis, and one of our better prospects, Logan Davidson, 66 overall, B potential, 22 years of age. We could move those 3 pieces for Christian Yelich if we want to get a really good all-star. But the trade deadline is still down the road. We have time. We have other people who are doing the work. We got Mitch Garver, Ramon Laureano, even Chris Davis. His batting 275, much better than the real world that he usually does. So all is well in the world. All is well. We're going to keep on simulating. The scouts have been sent out, and I'm excited to get into the draft in a little bit. So we'll kick off the month of May here with a 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Frankie Montas has the mound, and he gets, I was hoping to try and speak it into reality, but it's a 6-3 loss against the Rays. That's all right. We never lose back-to-back. That's okay. Bang, 7-5 win right there. And to take the series, 7-3. There we go. So we take that series 2-1. As always, after every couple days, back to the scouting board. Make sure everyone has their assignments. And the players that we are scouting are still looking good. This guy's 75 with 50 potential. Okay, I'll keep scouting him. But this guy, I think I know enough about Mark Johnson. So I'll go ahead and take that scout and assign him to someone else. So there you go. Gary Feliz. So we'll do another couple days like that. We have a series against the Mariners. Let's go. It's a 3-game series once again. 5-2 win, 7-0 win, and, hold on, player lock milestone. Davis has 2 home runs already today. Make it 3. But you know what? It's 11-0. I'll just simulate to the end of this one. That's okay. Chris Davis, what a monster. Athletics defeat the Mariners 11-0. Sheesh. So we outscored them 11, 18, 23-2 in that 3-game series. What is going on in Oakland? GM Data and the team just bring over that energy from NHL, and we're getting it done here. Very exciting stuff in Oakland. Brian Yu, we will continue to scout. Who's this guy up here? Johnny Huerto. Yeah, we're going to take him out. I'll just take care of this quickly. And now back at it here. We have a series against the Toronto Blue Jays, who are 12-25. Chris Bassitt, undefeated this season. Can he keep it up? And, oh, hold on. Critical situation, tied game, batting at home. Walk it off, slugger. This is the exact time to come into it. Oh, it was a 3-run 8th inning by the Blue Jays to tie it up at 5. And now it's the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Oh, goodness. If Matt Chapman wanted to stay on this team, this is exactly the time to prove his worth. All right, so I got good news and I got bad news. Bad news is we lost 7-5 in extra innings. Good news is I just saved you from having to watch about 3 minutes that would have been an absolute waste of your life. I have not played MLB in about a month, and it definitely showed. Like, there's comic failure, and there is just shameful failure, and that was the shameful kind. So I will save your eyes from having to see what just happened. Swinging on terrible pitches way too early, it was shameful. Even by my standards, when I know that I'm not that great. That was just absolutely atrocious. So sorry to Matt Chapman and to all the Oakland fans that we took a huge L right there. Let's get it back here. Mike Soroka's on the mound, and it's a 5-2 win, thank goodness. And then to close out the series, oh, hold on, player lock milestone. Grossman has an 11-game hitting streak on the line. Keep it alive. 1-1 in the 7th. I don't think I'm going to go for that. I'll just simulate to the end. And the Blue Jays defeat us 2-1. It wasn't back-to-back losses, but we dropped the series 2-1 in totality there. I'll go ahead and update the scouting here. It looks like there's a lot of players who are good who are not being scouted. Well, I get it's not that they're not being scouted. It's just that once we start to scout, it's that they drop to... Sorry, I'll scout this guy. These guys, like, for example, this guy Guerrero could just drop all the way down to, like, right there. Like this guy that we've scouted earlier, Gary Feliz. But that's just his accuracy. There's just so many guys that are inaccurately put as having high potential. So we're back against Seattle. We just demolished them the week before. Let's try to keep up that same energy. 6-1 win, 4-6 loss. All right, we'll close out the series in a moment. One more update. Back at it here. Chris Bassitt on the mound once again. The man is 5-0, our 5th pitcher in the rotation, and he... Olsen has a 10-game hitting streak on the line. We're up 5-1. Matt Olson, just get a hit from Matt Olson. Not enough to give it my time, I don't think. Oh, wow, we narrowly beat the Mariners 5-4, but we keep that winning streak alive. Chris Bassitt keeps from losing once again. A solid performance from him. We are 33-12 through the first 45 games. Fix that up a little bit. You gotta be really wise with your time. LA Angels 4-2 loss. 3-1 win, and one more to win the series, 6-1. Wonderful. Draft now in 16 days. Got to be careful. Oh, closing pitchers. Closing pitchers are not hard to find, though. Closing pitchers, it's easy to get guys who are, like, with a potential, I find. Unless that has changed, but I don't think it has. Like, look at all the top guys here. All closing pitchers. They all have really good potential. So it's not really crazy to find a guy, either now or later on, who's a good closing pitcher. I'd rather try and get position players. Draft in 16 days, like we said. Texas Rangers, 4-1 loss, 7-0 win, 36-14 is the record. Sorry for all the jumps here. It's just going to be up until the draft. After that, we will be good to really go for a longer term, but just really got to make sure that we're spending our time well. To close out the series here against Texans, who are 18-31. We're doing well in our division, especially with a weaker division, I guess. 10-4 loss. Yikes. Sorry I said that. LA Angels. Okay, here we go. Robles is trying to close you out. And let's get a rally going. We're down 2-1, no outs, bottom of the 9th, and a man on first. Now, this is a time to try and redeem myself after that shamefulness up against the Toronto Blue Jays. Frankie Montas doing fantastic in the league leaders when it comes to wins. Number 1 with J.A. Happ and Garrett Cole right behind, a couple of Yankees. J.A. Happ. What a legend. Here's the division, by the way. It's pretty much just the A's and the Astros. Who are just even above 500 in the first place. Robbie Grossman, what I was saying in the Blue Jays game was that it's as if they never throw balls. It's just always a strike. And if it's just a pitch you don't like and you don't swing on it, well, that's too bad for you. Let's try it again here. Oh, I like that one. Oh, just too late on it. That was a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Sorry, do we have a man on second? Did I totally miss that? Yeah, we have a man on first and second. I thought it was just a man on first. I'm totally sleeping. I could just bunt in theory to try to get these guys over and then just do a pop fly. Could do that. Yeah, why not? Here, I dare you. Give me another fastball. Here we go. How about that? Oh, balai. Okay, if he caught that, that could have been ugly. And he almost made it to first. All right, good bunt. Smart play, hopefully. Now we got a man on second and third. And up to bat is it Mateo? Yeah, it's Mateo. So Mateo does not have good contact. I'd probably rather put someone else in if I could do a substitute right here. Mateo, yeah, he doesn't have great contact, 51 and 55 respectively. So I could put in either Galvis or Piscotti, and probably Galvis makes the most sense since he's a shortstop. Yeah, Piscotti, similar stats, so Freddie Galvis, I will substitute Mateo for Galvis right here. Let's try to get some contact on this one. Well, intentional walk? What? Is that Joe Madden? Come on. Galvis, we put him in, and wow, okay, so I guess I did something right. The computer realized that I did something right, and they want to try and get Zobrist up to bat instead. Zobrist, he has 76 contact, actually, which is even better, no? 76 contact. Piscotti has 62 against righties, so yeah, I'm happy to keep Zobrist in. Let's try to get just something on this. Let's just try and pull it to the right and just... I don't know, even a fly ball. Ooh, no, that was not what I wanted. I was about to swing. Season average, what? 150 against was that right? Was that right? It was RISP. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, right there. Oh, balai! Sprint, 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 sprint. Ay, ay, ay. No, that's it. Oh man, my brain was in the right place, but I just couldn't carry through. Apologies. I'm gonna get better. I will get better, but just to say that, that was a little bit of brain utilization right there, where we see who has the right numbers, we see what the positions are, the bunt and the substitution. I think were both good plays. Just man, probably shouldn't have swung on that one. Trying to just pull it to the right and let the man, but you know what? I probably should have sent it opposite field because they. Oh, but no, they could have just forced the out. Now my brain is really running on full speed. That's our first back-to-back loss in a very long time, and we will get another game against the Angels right here. 3-0 win. There we go. A little spanking right there to come back after taking that big loss. Let's update this again. Okay, this time I got good news and I got bad news again. Good news is we won 6-4 with a Chris Davis walk-off homer. Bad news is I did not record it. I turned off the recording so that I could just get into the game, which takes about like 20 seconds, so just to save myself some time in editing. Did not restart the recording. First at bat did not go well. Just it was a pop-up. Second at bat, Robbie Grossman, first pitch goes foul, and I said, why is Robbie Grossman here? Why should I keep Robbie Grossman when I can put Chris Bello Davis in the lineup? First pitch he saw, first at bat of the game, 412-foot home run, walk-off victory. Just over the leaping hand, the leaping glove of the center fielder for the Angels. It was wonderful, and it was not recorded. I am so sorry. I finally had something good to show for all my efforts. A walk-off home run, and was not recorded. But hey, Chris Davis, huge, massive bellow. Love this man. One at bat, he sees one pitch, and he just cranks it. Ice in his veins, and we took it with a walk-off victory. So that one really hurt. I wish I could have been there. That would have been really entertaining. So I'm disappointed. But again, at least there is some good news there. 4-game series against Houston coming up. 5-0 win, 2-1 win. Beautiful thus far. Up 2-0 in this series, just a week away from the draft now. Critical situation. You have a 1-run lead to protect. Close it out with Hendricks. This is interesting. At least it's not at bat this time. There are no outs and a man on second. Let's go in and close it out with Liam Hendricks. It seems as though I have better luck when it comes to pitching than batting. So let's try it out here. Garver's telling me a 2-seam right over here. Good. Let's see what we got. Okay, first pitch goes down swinging. Beautiful. Jack Mayfield. Ooh, that's a very nice average. Not sure what RISP is. Right something. We're going 4-seam now instead of a 2-seam. You thought it was fast last time? You're ready for an even faster fastball with good positioning. Ooh, doesn't go for that one. Garver says a slider down low. Let's try this one. The fans are excited right behind. Okay, got him swinging again. He likes swinging down there. So that might be the place where we're situating most of our pitches. Now he's telling me a four-seam down low but inside. Right there. Good positioning again. What do you got? Okay, no problem. I'll just throw right there. I probably should have thrown to third. I should. No, you know what? If I threw to third, he probably would have stayed at second. And then I would have just wasted my time at the first. So that was the right decision. So we got 1 out and a man at third. Told me slider. I'm not sure where he said to go in the slider. I wasn't looking. But let me try down here, because it looks pretty blue down there in terms of his hitting ability. And that is, he goes down swinging. Martin Maldonado will go for a slider. You know what? Let's try it again. But this time, now we're going to go for a ball. Try to make him doubt himself and second guess and go for, no, that's way too out there. Come on, Liam. Okay, now we're going back to the four seam. I don't like sticking in the same area too much, but Garver's telling me yes. Right there. Ooh, got him again. 97 miles per hour. All right. We can't do it again, can we? Okay, slider. Oh, have him go fishing for the slider. Oh, you are an evil man, Mitch Garver. Oh, wow. That was terrible. That was terrible. My bad. 90 miles per hour. Let's try it again. We're going to make him go swimming right now. That's much better. Oh, Balai! Hold on. Just get it to home. There we go. Bang. Out. Beautiful. No point in getting the guy at first with the 4 speed. Not going to be too scared about him long term. Now it's Jose Altuve up at the up to bat. Goodness, I'm trying to get on the same wavelength as Mitch Garver. There's not enough space in my brain for conversation with myself. You want to throw it, please? Woo! Really winds up that easy throw to first base, and that is a beautiful ground out to end this one. 3-2 the final. Liam Hendriks gets the save as the closer, and we walk away with big smiles on our faces. Sean Manaea gets the win. Liam Hendriks with his 20th save of the season. Very happy to see that Hendriks is playing well. And then we'll do one more game against Houston to close out the series. Is it a sweep? No, they take 1. So we win the series 3-1, and they get the 4th game 3-1. 5 days until the draft, and we gotta just check out scouting again. All is well over there. We're gonna go a couple more days to get our monthly update now. Texans 5-1 win, and then a 5-4 loss, and then one more game. It's a 7-3 win. As the draft is now in 2 days, we'll just try and get any last little bit that we can, because that is pretty much it. Looks like this is going to be a great class of starting pitchers. A lot of guys with 80 potential. Looking very nice. So we should get a good starting pitcher with our first round pick at the very least. Here are the monthly updates. What do we got for us from the farm director? Lou Trevino posted a 0.00 ERA in May with 9 strikeouts over 8 2/3 innings. That is great stuff from him down in AAA. James Nailey had a good month, posting a 2.89 ERA over 37.1 innings pitched and 1/3 while striking out 33 down in AA. In AAA, Seth Brown went 302 on the average at 116 at-bats with 19 RBIs. AA, Jonah Bride hit 341 and drove in 16 at 88 at-bats. Brian Schlitter struggled, posting a 5.79 ERA. Brian Howard has to bounce back after not doing well. And Buddy Reed was hitting only 118 over 51 at-bats down in AA. All right, thank you for those updates, Mr. Farm Director. Looking at our own team, Ben Zobrist down to a 76 overall. All his overalls are going down due to his age, even though we have him in training. It's -3 for literally everything except for -1 speed. His stealing has gotten better somehow, but yeah, not great. I don't know. Should we look into someone better for the leadoff? I don't know. Can we stick with Zobrist for the entirety of the season? He is batting .250, which is not bad, but, you know, I hope he's doing what he has to do because he's not doing much else. Mark Canna batting .290, 44 RBI. Matt Chapman up to .234 now, but still only 5 home runs. He was a 93 overall a couple of weeks ago. Now he's down to a 90. -5 on the power against lefties. Huh? Matt Olson batting .260, Mitch Garver .274, .296 for Laureano, who's up to an 87 overall. He should be hitting in the 4 spot maybe, or even in the 3 spot. I don't know. Chapman maybe shouldn't be there. Chris Davis up to an 80 overall with 18 home runs, one of which was that big walk-off winner. Piscotty, 231 and 3 home runs. Yeah, bottom of the order here. Freddie Galvis, 296. Depth has not been great. The bench players have not been really anything special. Mike Soroka, better than before, but still a 4 ERA, which we'd want to improve on. And only a record of 5-3 with 81 innings pitched. Meanwhile, 7-3 is Sean Manaea, who gets pulled less often, understandably with that 2.13 ERA and 111 WHIP. Ryan Yarbrough has gotten much better at a 3.42. Frankie Montas is 8-2, looking really nice. And Chris Bassett, my goodness, 8-0 with 78 innings pitched, 2.42 ERA, 108 WHIP. Bartolo, he has pitched 25.2 innings. He's down to a 70 overall. Maybe we should look at some better options for long-term, long relief. At a 70 overall with 3.86 ERA. Not doing badly, just could probably be better. Blackburn, though, really, really doing well. Our relief has been, look at this, up to 80. Their overalls are really going up. Nice. I'm happy to see this. Wendelkin, Green, good numbers. Diekman is struggling. Pizzi looking good. Nishek not bad. And Hendricks, yeah, not too shabby either. 3.8 ERA. He has the saves to back it up, even if the numbers are not anything world-shattering. Scouting, nothing left to do in the scouting, as the draft is just 2 days away now. We are about to hop into it, and that'll be just about close to the close of this episode, as we'll get one more game in against the Detroit Tigers, who are 25-34. By the way, we're 43-18 entering the month of June. 6-3 loss, hate to see it, and a 5-3 win. All right, so 1-1 in that series. And now it's time for the 2020 first-year player draft. Go to draft. So we are selecting in this first round 25th. So the A's were a good team last season. Any first round pick is pretty solid. As we saw, there's a lot of guys with good potential. And the computer seems to go by the potential, so I would not be surprised if a lot of the top 10 picks are like closing pitchers, not necessarily drafting by need, but just drafting by best player available. So let's start seeing where it goes, as we will quickly get to 25, a nice and fast simulation. So the first overall selection is Craig Hardin, an 18-year-old high schooler who has A potential. Craig Hardin, currently 50 overall, so he's going to take a little bit of time, but to be 18 years old and be at 50, well, not 50 overall, but in the 50 range, which is very good, which is average, and to have elite potential, definitely a first-round selection, worthy of a first-round selection. Right fielder, great pick for the Detroit Tigers. Then we have a 20-year-old starting pitcher, center fielder, catcher. Then we see a couple of closing pitchers go right there. I'm not sure what the class means when it says 4 years. I think it means 4 years away. Could be something like that. Not totally sure what it means for class when it says 2 years, 4 years, because high school obviously means high school, but there's some people who are 4 years and 20 years old, 4 years who are 19 years old. I guess it means years in which they've been in, maybe it's just years in which they've been in university, so second year uni, fourth year uni, but this guy's 19, so that doesn't really, I don't know. I'm confused. Either way, not really a big deal. You just gotta look at the age and potential and all that good stuff. All these guys have had A potential thus far. 25th selection, we are faced with a few great options for sure. Lots of starting pitchers, and no clock, by the way, so you can just think about it a little bit. It tells you your depth chart, you can take your time, and then after the draft, it'll tell you the actual overall that they are and the overall that they could get to. So you don't need to play games and try and figure it out. Obviously, you'll have to foster that growth to get them to that potential, to reach that potential. But anyways, there's a lot of great options who all have 80 potential, or A potential. It's all going to be between these guys right here. We might want to look at their current overall and see if that could try to be a bit of an idea of where they are right now. Obviously, those guys will be ready sooner rather than later. Julian Ramos is 70 right now with 80 potential. That is very tempting. From Colombia. He is 6'2", 205, has great, injury risk high. That's not good. Hits per 9, not too shabby. Extra bases per 9 is, walks per 9, sorry, is pretty fantastic. Home runs per 9 is not really giving me anything crazy. Good velocity, good break, arm strength, arm accuracy. That could be boosting the overall a little bit. I don't like those per 9s too much. Not a huge fan of those per 9s. There are a few batters. We could just cycle through like this, actually. Relief pitchers, not going to go for Brian Yu. Very nice to have him with a potential, but 2024 plus, 18 years old, still a long way away, I think. There is a closing pitcher. There's a few good closing pitchers, of course, who are all, most of them are projects. Don't want to go with a closing pitcher. Second base, no. Third base, there is David Chu, who is 80 potential with the 55 current. Not bad, but again, 2024 plus is his ETA. I'd rather have someone be making an impact sooner. Left field, there is Hank Slattery. Low injury risk, 55 overall with 80 potential. Again, though, the stealing, good stealing, good speed, but I don't like the contact numbers. I don't like the power numbers either. Marlon Kang is really someone who interests me here. From Ohio, he has great contact already against righties especially. Not a power guy at all, but maybe he's this leadoff guy we were looking for. 70 stealing, good speed, 6.69, 60-yard dash. This guy is a real good contact player, Marlon Kang. That's interesting. Also, there's Carlos Lopez, but he's a bit, at 45 overall, that's a bit more of a project. So yeah, it really comes down to that. It pretty much will just be Marlon Kang or a starting pitcher. Marley Hoffman, 65-80. These are really tempting guys. 65-80 is tempting. 55-80, 60-80 is really Marley Hoffman from Hawaii. Good velocity. Per nines, though, again, the per nines are not really giving me anything crazy to think about. Home runs per nine, not great. Good stamina, great velocity, and stuff like that, but I am not totally sold on these players. I may have been a bit too harsh on Julian Ramos here, whose Ks per nine are great. It's really just the hits and the home runs. But that's not 50 and 65. That is average and above average, so it's not really terrible. And 19 years of age, already 70 overall with 80 potential. Yeah, we did our due diligence, but I think this guy has to be the one. We got to go starting pitcher here, Julian Ramos. Even if he doesn't make the team, that's a great chip to trade just because of his stats, even if he is not someone that we want to keep long term. So the Oakland Athletics, proud to select from Colombia, starting pitcher Julian Ramos. We'll see who goes until our next pick. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good players still around at our pick now in round number 2, the 22nd selection. Hoffman is still here, which is very nice. Is Kang still here? No, Kang is gone. Henry Tata is still the only guy here. So I don't know if we should go starting pitcher again, even though it would be the best player. Let me do a little bit of searching first. So it really comes down to Henry Tata and that starting pitcher. So Henry Tata, 60 overall, and remember, 60 is not actually 60. It just means above average, and 75 potential, which is well above average. He has really great contact numbers. Not power's okay. He'll have average power, but really good contact numbers from Cuba. And starting pitcher, the guy that I'm looking at, Marley Hoffman, as we were saying earlier, he has 80 potential, so elite, and he's already above average at the age of 22. Though the per nine numbers are not great. The arm strength and the velocity definitely make it a bit high, make the overall a bit higher than it would be. Injury risk is average. We were looking at injury risk before. We took the starting pitcher anyways. Just got to roll with it. If they get injured, they get injured. I'm not going to try to make that the deciding piece when it comes to drafting. But really, it just comes down to my roots, where I went to the Marc Bergevin School of Management, and you always got to take the better player. So I'm going to go for Hoffman and really hope that right fielder is still there afterwards. By the way, Hoffman is 22, Tata also 22, but Tata has 2024 plus, has his ETA, and Hoffman has 2023. So we'll go ahead and draft him. We'll keep an eye out for Tata. Oh, the high odds that he's going to go. Please. Oh, boy. I don't think he went over in right field. And the Marc Bergevin School of Business once again comes through. Piscotty's a 71. I guess he's boosted because of his morale. But either way, we're going with Henry Tata. I believe we'll just make sure one more time. There is a closing pitcher we could take, Eric Heim, with 60 overall and 80 potential. I'm sure he would be pretty good from Venezuela. Wow, great velocity, great home runs per nine. This guy would not be bad either, but I think it's a lot easier to find a closing pitcher. And we have pitchers that could fill in or that just could develop. Meanwhile, our right field is just abysmal. We have no one there. So I'm going to go for Henry Tata from Cuba. He is our 3rd round selection. So we'll see if the closing pitcher goes. I'm not even sure if he will. Did he? I don't think he did. 25th selection of round number 4. He did not. Eric Heim. So you know what? I'm going to go for him now. I gave a whole reason why I didn't want to take him and chose the other guy, but now here he is still around from Venezuela. So really what we got to think about in drafting strategy in the future is that we definitely got to be scouting more guys who are not at the top. Like, I had a ton of information about the entire first round, but, you know, after the first round and you miss, and, like, you take one of those 30 prospects, well, then here we are in rounds 4, 5, 6, and we know nothing about these guys. So it would definitely make sense to be scouting a bit more deeply, or in a deeper fashion, and not just looking at the top guys exclusively. I'm going to try a draft by need, maybe. Well, no, there's no one even available at first base. Great. Closing pitcher, we already got. Relief pitcher, perhaps? Ozzy Guerrero? Guerrero? Yeah, I can't even speak. Ozzy Guerrero from Missouri. Really? Ozzy Guerrero from Missouri. Okay. Okay stats, but not reliable. I'd rather just take, once again, best player available. Quinn Dubé from Kansas. I like the stamina. That's cool, but that's not what's going to win us games there. I don't like the hits, the walks per 9. Probably pass on him. I don't need it. I'm not going to take another starting pitcher. Ray Rodriguez. That's interesting because we do have him a little bit uncovered, which is better than nothing, from Puerto Rico. We're going all South America in this one. Boy, do we go Ray Rodriguez or maybe Vince Fujita from Japan? Or Fujita, that would be from Japan. Vince Fujita, the Japanese catcher. I think that's a cool story. We could use a catcher as well. Let's go ahead and take Vince Fujita in the 5th round. 6th round selection now, just to close it out. Pretty much wrapping up the episode, to be honest. It's not going to be too long of an ep. Not a lot of selections left, so we'll go by overall. And potentially, it's probably between Carlos Guzman and Ozzy Guerrero, who's still here. These two guys. Great stamina from Mexico. Has a great 60-yard dash. This guy's a little bit longer, eh? Well, injury risk, both average, 19 and 21. 19 and the better potential overall. Let's just go for him, younger guy, Carlos Guzman. All right, that's it for the first year player draft here in 2020. And now the great thing that you can do is that you can go and sign those players and see what they're looking like. So sign draft picks. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Okay, those are some very nice numbers. Very nice. No 96s or 95s or anything, but for picking 25th, that is nice. 88 potential on our first selection. 89 potential on our second selection there, Hoffman. 80 potential for Tata. 84 for Heim. Fujita, not looking good. And then Guzman, 73. Not bad, our last pick. So Julian Ramos, he is B potential, but there's an arrow, so I guess I could maybe go up to A. I'm not totally sure. 75 overall. At the age of 19, 75 overall, that is very, very nice. Hoffman, 66 at the age of 22, B potential for him. Tata, 60 overall, B potential. Like we said, great contact. Very, very nice to see that contact. We'll just have to work on his power, I suppose. Eric Heim, definitely have to work on the walks. He'll be a project. We'll see what happens. B potential. D potential for Vince. Good fielding, but bleh. And Carlos Guzman, whoa, 90 stamina. Just a bull in Mexico, pitching like 18 innings, no problem. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make an offer to all these guys. I like them all, so I'm going to sign them all. Everyone's getting a 1-year contract. You can't give them more. You can pay them more, but you can't give them less in really anything else. So just 1 year, 60K, nice and easy. 1 year, 70K, and we'll fly through all these. We'll simulate another few games just to end off the episode with some more simulation, probably an in-game moment. And then we'll call it a day here. Another month and all the draft complete. Very happy to see that. Good selections. I'm sure there are other better guys available, but for the first year and for not having fantastic scouts and great scouting strategy, I'm pretty content with that. Okay, so here we are, 44 and 19, 1-1 series with the Tigers to start the month of June, and it will end with a dub, 4-2. So the All-Star Week is in 37 days. We can pretty much fly through the next few games. We'll just wait until a critical situation comes up. Gave us 2 home runs already, make it 3. I'm okay with that. We beat the Giants 8-2. Sorry, didn't want to stop simulating. 2-1 loss. 1 run lead to protect. Close it out with Hendricks. There's no out, so that's a bit of an extended one. I'd rather have something where it would be a quick thing to end off the episode. We defeat the Tigers 4-3. Beautiful. 6-3 loss, 3-1 win. Garver has 2 home runs, make it 3. Nah. We beat the Phillies 9-2. Again, Olsen needs a triple to hit for the cycle. Get ready to run. Matt Olsen, try to get a triple, eh? Try to get a triple to do the cycle. We're already up 6-4, and we beat them 7-5. I keep saying stop simulating. I don't want to stop. 4-2 win, 6-2 loss. Tied game, batting at home, walk it off slugger. This is what we were waiting for. Look at the division, by the way. Only 2 teams even close to being above 500. As well, 2 teams that are above 500. The bottom 3 aren't really that close. Matt Olsen, 0 for 3 today. Whoa, excuse me. Cam is a right-handed pitcher. Matt Olsen, 69 contact and 87 power against righties. Oh, we're looking for the homer here. We are looking for the homer. We got a man on first with really good stealing ability as well. So, you know what? Go for the steal. Oh, boy. Shouldn't be swinging at those. I was focusing on the steal and not really... You know what? Forget the steal. Don't want the steal. We just want the home run. We didn't get to see it with Chris Davis. We're going to see it with Matt Olsen. 0 for 3 today. He's going to show us some magic. Right there. Oh, boy. That's what I said again. Either you swing or you don't. I don't really understand how to... It's like you can't not swing because it's always a strike. So it's like you always have to swing. So... I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Oh my goodness, is that enough? Get out. Go. Go. Matt Olsen, is it a walk-off? Walk-off homer for Matt Olsen, 429 feet, again against Joe Madden and the Angels. That's exactly who we did it against with Chris Davis. He did not he intentionally walked Galvis a couple the times that we entered a go. He did not intentionally walk Davis, got the home run. He did not intentionally walk Olsen, got the home run again. We are just out-managing and out-big-braining Joe Madden and the LA Angels with a walk-off victory to end the episode. Oh, baby. Matt Olsen 0 for 3 for the day, and he gets the big bam dinger right there. What a bellow. Matt Olsen, and that'll give the Oakland Athletics the walk-off victory here in the 9th inning. Big smiles for everybody. So I hope the audio was okay in that one with the crowd and the audio of the hits and just the ambiance in general, the play-by-play. I'm gonna see that in editing. I'm slowly making it a bit better each episode. It was really too loud on the first couple episodes, but we're slowly getting better. So we'll go ahead and take a pause right there. 52-23 through the first 75 games of the season. Wow, those are some really nice numbers. Very happy to see those. We still have the question, should Ben Zobrist be leading off for us? Should Matt Chapman be moved around in the lineup and or traded? By the way, no one really crazy on the trade blocks here in the MLB, but here are the top names that are on the trade block. Olsen, killing it. Garver, looking good. Laureano, fantastic. Davis, beautiful. Piscotty, Galvis, very nice. Depth, as well. Pitching, Mike Soroka really finally turning it around, up to 86 overall now. Manea getting cold, but still good numbers. Yarbrough at an 80 overall, looking pretty good. Montas now 9-4. He's been on a really cold streak there. And Chris Bassett 9-1. Bartolo down to 69 overall. Maybe we should look at some different relief options. Wendelken looking great. Green looking good. Diekman just not... Wow, that is just really crazy to see that these two guys are doing so great. Same amounts of inning pitched pretty much, and he is just so much worse right now. Pitsy 3.2, Nishek much better, and Hendricks, looking fine as well. So maybe another thing to consider, should we think about calling up anyone from AAA, most notably Jesus Luzardo, but he's only at 71, not killing it right now as the ace in AAA, so I don't think now would be the time to call him up. That was a possibility we were thinking about at one point. I don't think that would be really the best thing to do at the moment. I'm okay with this rotation. Just more the relief. Bartolo and Bartolo and Diekman, who I'm concerned about a little bit. But aside from that, I think that's it, my friends. 2 walk-off winners. 1 got recorded, 1 did not. We have a series against our rivals here in the division, the Houston Astros, who are 45-28. We're 52-23 in the next one. I look forward to seeing you there. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, my friends, be sure to do so. MLB franchise mode, NHL franchise mode, live streams on the Twitch channel, lots of fun over in the Discord server. All those links in the description. I encourage you to check those out and join the community. we would absolutely love to have you. So please let me know all your thoughts, whether it be in the comments or over on the Discord server. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, where we will simulate into the heart of the season, really maybe even towards the end, since there's not much left to do. Yeah, we'll probably simulate through the All-Star game. We'll see the home run derby, and we'll get to the end of the season in the next episode. So thank you once again for watching, and I will see you then.